Ladies and gentlemen, so I've seen some fake news knocking about that Starkinaut's Spider-Man cannot deal with a Mega Red in Map 7 Alliance Quest, which is a load of rubbish, because I've had like the absolute best week with Starkinaut's Spider-Man. Every single day for 5 days in a row, we have one-shot the second Omega Red, and it has been an absolute glory of a run this week, man, which I'm proper happy about. But this is the final Omega Red fight from today, and then we've also got some of the easier ones as well. I must say, out of all the days, this day is maybe, you know, one of the slightly more sloppy kills, but still, you know, it gets the job done. It's very clutch. And also, one thing to bear in mind is that this week specifically is kind of the skill boost week. So skill champions have 40% more, science champions have 40% less attack, and mutant champions have 20%. So there's nothing in terms of the global node aside from the standard attack that's boosting up Starkinaut's Spider-Man here. And also, if you kind of looked at the start of the fight as well, we currently have no boost active. So when we recorded kind of the dual team takedown with Sentinel and Void of Omega Red last week, we did actually have a 30% boost active, but this is day 5 Omega Red with no boost at all. And it's a little bit of a tricky fight, this one, just to initially start, because you do have the aggression node and you don't want to get backed into the corner because those spores, especially on a day 5 Omega, ramp up really quickly and deal a ton of damage. We've taken like a couple of ticks from them at 10 so far and already lost, you know, about 20% of our health from those, and a little bit more from parries. One thing with Stark that can be very useful when you get to 10 stacks of Furies is the special 1 stun, because it can buy you a little bit of distance and also push him over a bar of power. So we just kind of wait back there for a second just to make sure our spores drop off and then go back in, and we can continue nuking. And with this Omega Red, it's so important to kind of keep up the tempo, because if you let this fight drop for even a second, man, he's going to heal up so much, as you've probably already noticed in this fight. The regen is crazy, and we have a fair bit left, just over 50%, and just 1 minute on the clock, so it's a bit of a burn now. Now, when playing Stark specifically for this matchup, one thing that you want to try and do is get the evade, ideally dexterity, off the special 1, so that you can not only generate poise charges, but also fury if there is kind of the fury dexterity day as well. So yeah, it has kind of a double combination of really boosting up your damage, and you need to be very aware of spores on this fight, because, you know, if you drop below 50% health on Starkinaut's Spider-Man, you're going to consume those charges a lot faster, and also you're going to lose the bonus crit rating as well. So that's why you have to play very carefully, and why, you know, I didn't get to toy poise charges right at the start of the fight, just because I don't want to get backed into the corner and get degenerated very quickly, which I have happen on a few other days as well. So you need to be very careful, or else you're going to get absolutely ruined. But you can see there, 12 seconds on the clock, we just about managed to get it in with a nice little special 2, and there we go, day 5 Omega Red is down. But in comparison to last week, I feel like today he had about 10% less health, even though we had more prestige. So yeah, it's a little bit odd. I don't know if they kind of nerfed Omega Red slightly, but there's also kind of a new background setting for fighting this champion this week. To show you some other days as well, so you can see this Omega Red is significantly less stacked. This is the day 1 map 7 Omega Red, so you see he's got about 50k with the class disadvantage here, because, you know, Stark has the tech advantage. So yeah, he does ramp up quite a bit and become a much bigger pain in the ass. He gets like over 100,000 more health in comparison from the first day to the last day. I think the health on the first day is something about like 240,000, and on the final day I think there's about 360,000 or so. So yeah, significantly more chunky on that day, especially with a combination of aggression regeneration, because you really do need to be into this lad very quickly. And because of the science reduction week, like Void and Captain America Infinity War this week, I couldn't really bring into Alliance Quest because they're really heavily gimped if they have minus 40% attack. But you can see, in comparison to the final day, this one goes down so much faster, and we're having a very good run here, getting some poise charges off the special 1s. But yeah, I do need to play a little bit better and kind of make sure that I get both of the opportunities, ideally in the future, especially during the tech booster week, man, because that's going to be so mad if we can pull it off, to get both the attack and also the poise charges as well. So it's a bit of a balancing act. There are a few things that you need to keep your eye on: the unblockable, the the Fury stacks, the aggression regeneration, and also the poise charges. So, you know, there is a little bit to keep hold of on this fight, but once you get it under control, man, it's not too bad at all. And again, that stun providing excellent value to kind of chain on Omega Red and mean that we can attack into him fairly safely and don't need to risk an intercept during the unstoppable, because, you know, I'm still not the absolute best player out there, so it certainly does help there. But there we go, that's day 1 Omega Red, and you can see, again, much more straightforward. However, I think this one is day 4 Omega Red, so this is the one yesterday, and it's a little bit less stacked than the first one in comparison. Again, I one-shot Omega Red, and I'm so happy about this. 5 days in a row, lads, so I'm proper chuffed. But as you can see, you know, that very first day one, man, we got that literally by the skin of my ball sack there. We were so incredibly close to dropping that kill, like 6 seconds or something left on the timer. So yeah, here, trying to get the distance, trying to bait out that special one. We do actually get a little bit clipped here, a little bit wrecked, so just trying to get this matchup back. Nice little corner, special 2 there, just about pulling it back here. Unfortunately, we didn't get too lucky with the shock there, and I think here we do make the very odd decision to kind of push him to the special 2 with the unblockable, but here we also have the stun, so we kind of wait back here for the stacks to drop off. We go back in, so this is an Omega Red that, you know, mid-fight didn't necessarily go to plan, but if you do push to the special 2, it's not the absolute end of the world, as you can see here. But one of the problems I have now is because my health has dropped down, I've lost the crit rating from the poise charges, so we have lost like a little bit of damage output on this Omega Red. So yeah, but we have a fair few poise at the moment, so we're still in, you know, fairly good standing in terms of the damage output, although, you know, being above 50% is a huge advantage. Although we didn't have the crit from the poise, we did get fairly lucky on that last special 2 and both of them crit. But yeah, we're just playing really aggressively here, and with Taunt and the aggression node, it's actually so much fun and fairly straightforward just because you know, bait out the special ones. So providing you can get this fight under control, it is pretty much easy game, easy life. So I don't know why people have been going around saying Stark isn't viable for this, because in my opinion, he's probably one of the best counters for Omega Red, you know, providing you can keep yourself open to bait out those special attacks and play fairly aggressively. That's it for the Stark and Aunt Spider-Man versus Omega gameplay, but we do have a bonus fight here, which is the Rocket Raccoon mini-boss in front of Kingpin. So these mini-bosses, they seem to kind of rotate every single week, and I thought, you know, we have 7%, we have 1,650 health on Havoc. Let's give it a go. You know, we got a few parries here. If we can bait out the special ones, get into a good rhythm, we might be able to do this. But this dude has so much health. This little 44k rocket here does have almost 45,000 PI and 240 hit points. But I'm hoping Havoc's special freeze can deal, you know, some pretty awesome damage here. But I love Havoc, man. He is so much fun to play. I've actually brought him mainly to Alliance Quest this week because we did see some Incinerate paths as well. And Section 1, I've been needed to back up on kind of certain stuff like Incinerate Bishop. And Havoc isn't the best matchup for Incinerate Bishop. Incinerate Bishop's probably one of the most annoying fights. But he does, you know, make a bit of a dent and gets the fight down as well. So that was all right there. But one of the things that you might forget against Rocket Raccoon is whenever you throw off a special 3, because Rocket is like, you know, bespokely small. He's a really tiny character. There's like a special animation where, you know, you kick the gun out of his hand and just kick him against the wall. And I thought, you know, this is quite amusing with Havoc because his special 3 deals so much damage. And just on that, you know, absolute bitch kick to Rocket Raccoon there. So that's super fun. But that special 3, even with the class disadvantage there, rank 4 unawakened Havoc, man, that was just over 60,000 damage. So pretty damn nice. Definitely put a good dent in him there. But we're using the special 1 now to kind of ramp up those energy charges before we build up to a special 3 again. And I think if we had Havoc awaken, we wouldn't need to throw the special 1. The special 3 would be, you know, absolutely perfect to throw there. But now it's just kind of a case of playing around those special 1s and juggling them very well. And maybe, you know, trying to land the occasional intercept. I think we go for a couple of intercepts toward the end of the fight here. Rocket's about to backdraft and we quickly clip him, so that's not too bad at all. But we're baiting out another special 1 now that we've got him just past that. And, you know, I love champions, man, with just a very easy to avoid special 1. It's always a very good time. And at this point, man, I was hoping I could keep my Fury stacks for the next special 3, but unfortunately we didn't quite have them there. So I thought we'd make the most of the opportunity, get the perfect damage bonus here. So this one, I am very, very excited to kind of see some of the damage on the replay, because I didn't see it in the real time. But we're at 101 hits now. Rocket is going down to 33%, 19% with a final bitch kick, and then an additional 25k from the energy damage detonation there. So yeah, Havoc putting in some really, really solid work. I think the total of that final special 3 was just over 70,000. And again, we didn't even have the full Fury stacks, man. So with like, you know, 45% additional attack from that Fury would have been very, very nice, especially if we didn't have the class disadvantage as well. Hopefully you enjoyed the map 7 fights today. Smash that like button if you did. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.